Hey everyone, it's Eva. I really wanted to kick off Halloween with my favorite character, Mike Wazowski from Monsters University. If you don't know who he is, well, you've been living under a rock. You gotta watch that movie. First thing you're gonna need is a varsity jacket. You can find one at the thrift store for cheap, or you can just use an old one. This one is missing a button, so I'm going to be using this jacket. We're going to be starting off by grabbing some tape and taping off any portions that we want to be white. I really recommend they get a reference picture for this, because afterwards we're going to spray paint it and you don't want to screw up the white parts. To keep the sleeves white, I'm going to be grabbing some masking tape and taping off the edges just to prevent any leakage from the spray paint. To cover the entire sleeve, I'm taping on a plastic bag all the way around both sleeves. As for the felt logo, I just printed out a picture from Google and I'm just going to trace it with some felt. I don't have the actual color, but we're going to spray paint this later, but if you do have the actual color, use it because it's less work. Keep cutting out layers of felt around the logo until you have the entire logo done like this. Make sure you also make a smaller version for the hat. If your varsity jacket has a giant emblem that's stitched onto it that you can see from under the felt letters, you're going to want to grab a seam ripper and just rip out any stitches that you can see. I didn't have a seam ripper, so I just used cosmetic scissors, and I don't recommend this because I hated my life at that point. Okay, so now you're going to want to grab some navy blue spray paint and spray paint on top of everything. Now, I learned my lesson from this that you should not cheap out on spray paints. Please try and get fabric spray paint because not all spray paints are the same. I repeat, not all spray paints are the same. Do not cheap out on them. Okay, so now for the tank top portion, grabbing some white felt, kind of outline how big you want the eyeball to be. After that, it's all just a matter of folding it in half and freehanding the shape of the eye that you want. His eye isn't exactly a perfect circle just because he does have eyelids, so keep that in mind. Mike's pupil, on the other hand, is a perfect circle, so I'm just tracing around some masking tape to get the perfect shape, and then just cutting it out. For his mouth, I just folded a long piece of felt and cut out the shape. Also for the teeth, I just folded the white felt a bunch of times and cut out some scallops. After Mike's face is done being cut out, we're going to grab a glue gun and glue all the little felt pieces together. You can glue this onto the shirt or use fabric glue if you'd like. However, I do like the shirt by itself without Mike's face on it, and I do feel like I will wear it again as itself, so I have another option for you guys. What I like to do for Halloween instead of ruining my clothes is using safety pins and pinning everything on. You can use double-sided tape as well for a safer option. Once your letters are all dry from the logo, you're going to want to glue them all together so it's in one uniform piece. For the small letters, just hot glue them onto the hats, and if you don't want to ruin the hat, just use double-sided tape. Also do the same thing with the big logo onto the varsity jacket. Finally, all you have to do is just put it on and you're ready to go for Halloween. As usual, if you did like this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up and subscribe for weekly videos. Also, show me your creations with #HalloweenWithEva, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!